Let's go. We are back above 100K and it just feels, what's the word for it? Awesome. I hope you were following my recommendations and buying during the past month or so, or else this meme might have been you. Today, we are going to go over the two metrics that led us to the buy recommendation from before and apply them again in order to determine if it is still a buy opportunity. Okay, starting with macro, the first metric is liquidity, and the Bitcoin price follows liquidity directionally 86% of the time. Here is a clip from a previous video that will illustrate this. Here I have two charts. The top is Bitcoin and the bottom is global liquidity. Starting in 2023, global liquidity spikes up, so does the Bitcoin price. Fast forward to early 2024, global liquidity is rising, so does the Bitcoin price. Then Bitcoin trades in this massive range for almost 6 months. And what do you know? Global liquidity is in this same range for over 6 months. Then when M2 rips higher, so does the price. Now, here was my prediction when price was at just 84K during the second half of March. Okay, so now let's talk about where we are currently and where we might be headed. Based on the global liquidity chart with a 10-week lead time, global liquidity is projected to actually go down in the next 2 weeks to a month and then rise sharply afterwards. So Bitcoin price should follow a similar type of path. So now the question becomes, what price level could we fall down to before we start rising again? Based on this cost basis distribution chart, there is a big air gap between the around 74K range to 83K. This means that not many people bought in this region, and 74K likely becomes the new level of support. Guys, we absolutely nailed the 74K bottom call. I think it wicked down there just for a moment, but that was spot on. So where are we at now with liquidity? If we look at the liquidity chart with a 10-week lead time versus Bitcoin, liquidity is about to rocket up. This means that Bitcoin should continue its rally, but now the question becomes, when should you buy? This is where the second metric, short-term holder SOPR, comes into play. Short-term holder SOPR simply measures if short-term holders are making profits or taking losses. Generally, you want to be buying when short-term holders are taking losses because this means that the short-term holders are scared and can't take the pain anymore. This corresponds with a SOPR of less than 1 and is color-coded with the red. Let's take a look at the past 6 months as an example. From last November to this February, SOPR was greater than 1, which indicates it was not the ideal time to buy. Price was fluctuating between the range of 93K to 108K. From March to April, SOPR consistently stayed under 1, which indicated this was a more ideal time to buy. And the Bitcoin price was primarily in the range of 76 to 88K. And depending on where you bought within that range, you're up anywhere between 15 to 30%. So should you buy now? This really depends on how much Bitcoin exposure you currently already have. If you currently don't have any Bitcoin and you're okay with some of the downside volatility, then by all means, go ahead and buy some now. But if it were me, I would wait until SOPR goes negative to get a cheaper entry. At the end of the day, liquidity is going up and to the right. So directionally, Bitcoin should do the same thing. And that's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to subscribe. That way you get all of the information that you need in order to make better returns on your investment.